Hey, we're back, folks. The if game. Like the 7th game of the Stanley Cup or the World Series. Anything can happen. So we are here at the 4th annual Joe Lopez Phil Coronado Memorial Tournament. And this is what it comes down to. Savage and Barachos playing an if game. We've moved back over to first base. The sun is no longer an issue. And lights haven't completely taken effect yet. So we'll change the contrast, try to lighten it up a little bit. Savage going with an identical lineup. And I think Barachos made a couple of changes, but here we go. Leading off is going to be Cotto. Again, it was a close game until the 6th inning, or 7th inning, and then Savage pulled away. So Cotto swinging big, and he hits that into the alleyway and into a yard. Of course, last game started with a foul ball in these trees, and the tree elected to keep it. So this game's starting like the last one with a foul ball in a backyard. So, again, if you're just tuning in, Chicago-style 16-inch softball, we do not wear gloves 99% of the time. 60-foot bases you can lead off for this tournament only. If they play on you, you can try to advance one base. 38 feet from the rubber to the point of home plate, 6'12" on the arc. We do get what we call a drag step, one step left, right, or back. 2 fakes or hesitation, third arm action must be to pitch the ball. Here's Cotto now as he dumps a hit to center. A throw or a fake to a base is considered one of your fakes or hesitation. And here's Trey Johnson. I'm sure Trey's hoping to get a couple of hits here in the championship game. He struggled a little bit in the first one. And now if you're the Barachos, you'd like to play with a lead, and Trey slaps a hit the other way. First 2 hitters on. And that's going to bring up Ant, the center fielder. Now the Barachos made it to the Class B National Championship Tournament 2 years ago. They went clean and they got double dipped. And last year, and the Ant swings, 3rd hit in a row. Cotto's going to score, yes. And that's going to allow Ant to get to 2nd. So again, the throw in was not cut off by O'Malley. And Barachos have come out here with a little different look. So finishing my thought, here's Travis Smith. Again, jockeying with a coach here right on the line. And Travis delivers a hit. 1 run is in. Now the ball gets through Gutierrez. 2 runs are in. Travis is going to make it all the way to 3rd. So Barachos, here in the if game, take an early 3-0 lead and timeout right away. And this is a good timeout here. He's coming out just to slow the game down. Sean Quinn getting ready to hit. 3 runs in, runner on 3rd, nobody out. Now Savage can swing the bats. So if you're Barachos, you want Quinn to go for a hit here. If he can't deliver and drive that run in, then you leave it on Nano. But you want to roll up a big inning. And Quinn, but right at P.J. Raines, who was reading him all the way. And he steals the hit. Now if you're Nano, you got to make sure you grab that 4th run. Yeah, Lee, I would think you'd score that as an E9. He went down, tried to get on a knee, and the ball just went right through. Again, I got a coach hugging the line here. I'm not quite sure what the mindset is about that. But Rocco on deck.
What Mike said, what?
Or Cody.
Mike name out of.
And there's a little short flare, and he dumps it into the outfield. Base hit for Nano, and the fourth run scores. Still only one out here, and it brings up Rocco. So they've flip-flopped Rocco and Cody in the lineup. 4-0 Barachos. First time in these two games that they've had a lead. And Rocco goes hard to center, and that ball drops and bounces around. Nano. Man, oh man, it's like a bad pop song that you can't get out of your head. So anyways, that brings up Cody. One dead here, first and second, 4 runs in. And we see this a lot sometimes. The team that wins the winter bracket sits, and then they don't necessarily play a good first championship game, and then they kind of put it together. And there's a little ground ball off of Brett, and to throw to first. Everybody's safe, and it'll go into the bleachers.
You got second, Cody. Hey, good fucking ball.
So another run scores. 5-0 here. And that's going to bring up Anthony Lopez, who my guess is will start on the hill. 5-0, 1 out, second and third here. So getting back to the Barachos, they got double dipped in that B. Then last year they got double dipped by the 38s in the Exarnic Class A No Glove National Championship game. So I always wonder if you got bad juju up in the attic, and they're trying to get off of that snide. Sky high pop up, long run for Gutierrez. Makes the catch. Rocco jockeys, but he'll stay. And Anthony Lopez has got a decent amount of pop. He tried to do a little too much there. And now the big boy, J-Rod, comes up. Big 5 runs here in the top of the first of this if game. And that pitch is a little deep. And Barachos came out swinging here. Now the big question is, will they be able to sustain that? And J-Rob, a little flare coming in as the center fielder, he makes the catch. But a pretty good inning. As they score 5. So Nano is at third. And Lopez on the bump. So they're going to try to give him a little different look. I think Mike Cruz is out, so they may be going with 10 this game, not 11. It looks like Day still in left. So top of the lineup now. The Barachos put a little pressure on Savage with that 5 spot. Again, a long way to go in this one. It's always nice to play with the lead. So Reigns, Gutierrez, and Coates. Savage elected to go with the same lineup. And Raines drills the leadoff hit up the alley. Pete's gonna, PJ, no, he shuts it down. So PJ, no worries, Tommy, no worries.
Randy, get my name out your mouth. Get my name out your mouth.
So here comes Julian Gutierrez.
Come here, come here.
Savage trying to respond, and Gutierrez bangs a hit in front of Quinn. Runners on the corners, nobody out, and Trey, as he's been doing all day, been snapping throws back here.
That's a lot of weight on your knees. That's a lot of weight.
So,
When's the last time you heard 3 clicks on a roller coaster?
so here comes,
Hey, when's the last time you heard 3 clicks?
here comes Tommy Coates. And that ball's inside. If you're Lopez with stretch panic on deck, you don't want to screw around. And Coates drives it, and it gets past Dan. 1 run is in, 2 runs are in. Coates chugging to third. They're going to send him. Throw to the plate. Short hop Travis. 3-run homer for Coates, and we're at 5-3. So Coates, we told you he was due like the rent. He had a little bit of a tough first championship game, but he's answering the bell here. And Tommy Coates hit a ball that was fading away from... Don't worry, folks. This is a firework. And here's stretch panic. Sorry, folks. I'm trying to grab a little water. And this is a good answer by Savage.
Hey, here we go.
Even if they were to go 1-2-3 now, they put a little bit of that doubt back into Baracho's head potentially. And they didn't let the young team have an inning to savor that. They didn't let the young team savor that 5-0 lead very long. So nobody out, bases clear right now.
Hello. I said, hey, Rand.
And stretch panic. Going to try to restart the inning and see if that home run is a rally killer. And Anthony Lopez being very careful, really trying to work him over. And he walks him. He brings up Brett.
Yeah, he ain't gonna. That's my guy. He's making my job.
So mad.
My guy's making my job really easy.
And home plate jumping around a little bit on Anthony Lopez. So again, that's why we said in the top of the first. And he walks back to back here. And that's going to bring up Pat Coates. So what's the rule? We don't have a last batted out. It should be Bartez. And that's what they're doing here. Now they're only hitting 10. So here's Patrick Coates.
Hey, we got nobody. We got nobody.
Nobody out here. Savage trying to race the early 5-0 lead. And there's a missile and gets through Day. He got there. 2 runs are in. And Coates is going to shut it down. But we're all tied up at 5. So the Coates brothers have driven in 5 runs in the same inning.
Hey, let's go, T. Over the hit here.
And we're all tied up, new ball game. And here's Tom O'Malley. Still nobody out. And again, if you're Savage now, you want Tom O'Malley to go for a hit with Jake on deck. So very short-lived 5-0 lead here. And both teams have come out swinging the bat here. And O'Malley, nice play by Cotto up the line. He'll tag, but the lead has been erased, and Savage takes their first lead of the ball game at 6-5. So here's Jake now, nobody on. And if these teams continue to hit at this pace, we'll get out of here at midnight. And there's a little kick right to Cotto. So how about that? A little kick save by Anthony Lopez, and it went right to his shortstop. And Cotto made the play. So here's Tommy Gutierrez, 9th hitter of the inning. Sky-high pop-up, and that'll do it. So Gutierrez, it's a foul ball with 2 strikes, and that'll end the inning. So it's going to be Day, and then the top. So if you're Barachos, you have to understand the fact that Savage wasn't going to roll over. And you have to understand that you got to keep maintaining that edge and swinging the bats. It's the top of the first inning here. Might have been their best singular offensive inning of the tournament in terms of just focus and barreling up. So here's Day, and he cuts one. Shortstop can't make the play. Safe. And I do believe that was correct. Let's see the replay. Again, a little sinking line drive didn't, and that was the correct call. So Cotto started the first inning off. And Cotto, a little ground ball, third baseman, throwed back to third, and he's out. So Day, trying to go first to third on an infield out, gets thrown out at third. You can see right away, nice throw by Brett, right on the money. So they wanted to know, they're saying that's Mike Lewis's call, but with the runner on, Mike is not in charge of that. And one thing about Savage, their infield controlled the ball, man. And Brett came off the bag throwing, third baseman, right after he threw it, circled right back to the base. And the throw was right on the money. I love the aggressiveness, but they're saying ask for it. And Mike Lewis is correct. He's saying he can't go give help, that the home plate umpire's got to ask. Rich was there. He had a good view of it. So here's Trey Johnson. Again, I love the aggressiveness. And Day can certainly run, but that's just a great defensive play. Not only did Brett make a good play, but the key to that play is the third baseman didn't just lob it over, he fired it. If he lobs it, Day's going to be safe there. And he never even looked for the fielder's choice. He knows Day can run. He came up throwing. So nice defensive play there. Wipes out the leadoff single. If you're scoring, that's going to be 5-3-5. You don't see that often.
Awesome.
So now Trey Johnson is stepping out to collect his thoughts. And there's a little cut shot by Johnson. And now, oh, big contact. Umpire saw it. He took the wide turn, ran right into him. Not on purpose. Trey was looking at the ball. He's saying you only get one base. We had a long discussion. Mike put it out. It's the umpire's discretion. You're going to definitely be protected going to the next base. But the thing is, the ball came into the infield, and he continued to run to third. The umpire could have called him out because he could have said you didn't have a realistic chance of getting it. He was going to get to second either way. And it brings up Ant. So tying run at second base with 2 outs. Trey Johnson 2 for 2. And there's a ground ball off of O'Malley in no man's land. Play it first and they get Ant. Good recovery there. O'Malley stayed right with it. And see that ball wanted to roll into no man's land. Easy call for the umpire.
Mike Lewis.
And we head to the bottom of the second. Got to change my inning here. Getting caught up in all this action. Falling behind in my duties. So we are actually in the bottom of the second. Everybody been coming over this weekend wanting to peek at the camera view. So it's going to be 10-1-2 here. And Gutierrez. So now if you're Barachos, you need a goose egg. You've got to match that. Keep the game where it's at. And there's a ground ball, and Cody couldn't make the play there. Again, he was flat-footed, let the ball play him. And here comes the top. And he's grabbing a hand or a finger. He may have dislocated that. J-Rod is kind of wiggling it around, trying to snap it back in place.
I know. He got me so deep on it, too.
And they're yanking on it. I tell you, we've seen about 5 obstruction calls this season. You can go almost 2 or 3 months and not see one. So here's PJ Raines. Not a cloud in the sky. And it's cooling off as all of that early day heat has left us. That ball on the plate, so home plate been jumping around at times on Anthony Lopez early. And he walks another guy, walked 2 in the first. And they both scored. Here's Julian Gutierrez, so trouble of brewing here in the second. First and second, nobody out.
You're good.
And we need to start.
Gutierrez, towering fly ball. Quinn is there. And he'll throw it in to second. Runner will advance. And it brings up Tommy Coates, 3-run homer in the first.
Hey, TC, stay hot here. He called 3 times. Come on, Charles, 3 times. Mad about that?
And there's a little ground ball. Trail, step and throw, double play. And they get out of the inning. Trey Johnson turns the double play. And the Garachos hold it right here. A little too quick on the replay, maybe? Let's hope not. All right, I'm starting to get the hang of it late in the day. Of course, it's a lot easier when the connection's not getting dropped left and right. So we're going to head now, top of the third. Still a 1-run ball game. It's going to be Travis Smith, Sean Quinn, and Nano.
Wake the fuck up!
I see my book guy. A lot of you on Facebook can't see it. I think he's watching on YouTube. Here's Travis. High fly ball. They got him to reach on an outside pitch. And he flies out to Gutierrez.
It's gotta be both ways if you're gonna say it.
You guys should know that.
So the kids from Kennedy Park, they don't get out very often to places like Clyde or Cicero. So it's probably been a little bit of a different experience at times, although some of these guys have. Here's Sean Quinn. He goes opposite field. It's going to hang up there, and now it drops. Center fielder was calling it, and I don't know if the left fielder tried to take charge, and they both kind of gator-armed it, and the ball drops for a 1-out double. So here's Nano now. Nano, sorry, Jesus. And Bardes is playing him on the grass. Julian squeezing him in right. And Nano thought he had a walk. Of course, he did dump a little flare over here last game. So Savage trying to adjust their defense a little bit. Now Bardes is tightened up with a couple of strikes. There's a hard ground ball to the shortstop, and they got the lead runner, Quinn. Again, folks, that's a perfect example. The ball was hit in front of Sean. You don't go to third on that ball. If it was hit to Sean's left hand, as he's looking into home plate, you would go, but that ball was hit in front of him. And I think Sean knows he made a mistake. And here's Rocco, little roller off of Bartis to Tom. And he had an opportunity to get the runner at first. So bad hop single keeps the inning alive. And that's going to give Cody a shot. And that's actually a good job. Nano kind of took the turn there. Not expecting the ball to get deflected back in that area. Great effort by Tom Gutierrez. He caught it and dove. Nano got a hand in. And now they're going to run. So Rocco's going to stay. Brings up Cody. So 2-out opportunity here to tie the ball game up. And Cody delivers. We're all tied at 6. Rocco will stop at second, excuse me. So they're all tied here at 6 here in the top of the third. So big 2-out hit. And it brings up Anthony Lopez. So again, a couple of fortuitous bounces kept the inning alive here, and they tie the game up. And there's a flare way out of play. Anthony kind of reaching a little bit. Looked like that pitch was outside. I'm not sure what he was trying to do with it, but again, I'm a big believer, and Anthony can hit the ball hard. I'm a big believer that when you get into 2-out type situations, RBIs, you want to go hard. You want to go with your A swing. And a lot of that is plate discipline. You want to get a pitch that you can execute that swing on. I know it's 1-1, but you cannot be afraid to swing with 2 strikes. And Lopez, a little roller. Bartis will make the play. So we've seen some pitchers deflect balls right to fielders. But in the inning, Barachos scratch out a run. We'll head to the bottom of the third, all tied at 6 in the if game. So I'm going to grab a little water, folks. I'll be right back. Stretch Panic will be leading off.
Hey, you forget a Randy.
And I'm back live from Kohler Field. And championship game for all the marbles right now. And just fouled down that line. So stretch panic, torturing Day out there. So this has been up to this point, Barachos have been hanging in there. They took that 5-run lead. They got hit with a 6, and they found a way to come back and tie it. Now panic goes hard. Handcuff Cotto, but he recovers. And that ball was scalded. And that ball took a little hop toward his right hip, and he stayed right with it. And here's the first baseman, Brett. Patrick Coates on deck. So both teams have hit the ball well in this game. Both teams have had a couple of defensive miscues. But here in the bottom of the third with one out, we're all tied at 6. And even though Anthony has walked a couple of guys, 3 guys, and it's hurt him, he is working hard. Of course, Anthony was the pitcher for Impact last year, and he walks his 4th guy of the game. And that's going to bring up Patrick Coates. Had a 2-run triple in that 6-run first. And no courtesy with stretch panic. And that's a tall man right there. Of course, at 5'7.5", everybody looks tall to me. And home plate jumping around again with Tom O'Malley on deck. And there's a hard ground ball. Cotto to Johnson, the turn. Double play, second one they've turned. So the walk doesn't hurt him. And this is about as good as you can do it. So we are back live here as we're going to head to the top of the 4th inning, all tied. And it's going to be J-Rock Day and then Cotto. Yeah, the thing though about Anthony is he's working, so he's not predictable. So as a hitter, you're always wondering, is he going to throw a strike? Is it going to be a ball? Is it, inside? So he's missing, and he's put a few guys on, and it certainly hurt him in the first inning. But the last 2 walks have not hurt him. And I'll give you a great example. Jeff Hernandez, one of the best, used to go 3-2 a lot. And that's because Jibbs never gave in to anybody. And some guys are like that. Here's Day, little ground ball to the shortstop, pitch and catch for out number 2. So unless Cotto can keep this alive, it'll be a very quick inning here for Barachos. And Cotto, little overhand, weird looking swing, but effective. As he hit that ball way up over his head and just dumped it out toward center field. So here's Trey Johnson. Lee on YouTube pointing out the double plays have helped, and they have, but again, that's part of what he's doing. He's working and making it a little tougher on the hitters. And keep waiting to see if Trey tries to go big in a gap. Big alley in left center field. Trey's certainly capable of shooting it that way. And the runner goes and he pounds it. And Gutierrez, couple of juggles, but he holds on. And we're going to head to the bottom of the fourth. Gutierrez.
I need a water.
So tough break there. Trey hit it on the screws, but Gutierrez right on the spot. So halfway through, we're all tied up. Nothing's been decided. And of course, this game, Savage has the hammer. So if you're Los Barachos, you'd like to have a little cushion. If you can get a lead heading into the seventh, a long way off. So Tom O'Malley. And O'Malley gets it over the top of Nano at third. So he got a hand on it, leadoff man on. Now they're going to come in and courtesy run. Patrick Coates brings up Jake.
Second and third are bad.
And there's a line drive. Cotto can't make the catch. And now as he rolls around, the ball squirted away. Coates was coming back to first. And he would have had a potential at a double play there. Coates got off the bag, had to hustle back, and then he had to change directions and then go to second. He's shaking his head. So trouble of brewing, first two guys on for Tommy Gutierrez. He grabs a strike. We're in the fourth. Barachos have turned two double plays, and they'd certainly like to grab a third one right here. Gutierrez right up the elevator shaft. Sean Quinn, belly catch, no tag. And I'm glad Sean looked up. Sometimes guys wind up. Looked like he glanced at Coates. Brings up Barthez. So first two runners got on, failed to advance him here. And Bardes right to third. He steps, he throws. Third double play of the game. Nano. Ground ball hit right to him. He took it to third, stepped on it, and threw it over. So Savage just shooting themselves in the foot with these double play balls. And we head to the top of the fifth, still tied. So the first two runners get on. Double play erases them. And we'll see if this young Baracho team gets any juice out of it. 3 double plays turned by the Barachos. That's the early story, folks. And it's going to be Ant, Travis, and Sean Quinn here. This is turning into a dogfight. And Ant goes, and that's going to be well foul. And that'll be strike 3. So here's Travis. Travis been reaching his last couple of at-bats. And Travis strong enough to airmail something into either gap, but not with the pitches he's been swinging at. And there's a hard ground ball. Tommy Gutierrez a lot of time. 2 up, 2 down. It brings up Sean Quinn. Sorry, folks. I'm starting to get a little chilly. So if the camera starts moving, you'll know why. So 3 double plays in the first 4 innings, and that's a little can of corn. So they go quiet, 1, 2, 3 in the top of the 5th. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th, still knotted at 6.
We're still in this game. I understand. 3 double plays is not easy.
And the 2 brothers, Julian and Tom, that's an interesting story. Julian is something crazy like 15 years older, or 18 years older than his younger brother. Tommy was telling Julian, 3 double plays, not making it easy on us. Come on, J-Rod, you got one job. Protect Gio.
I can't catch, man.
You got a hand on it. That's okay. So here we go. It's top of the lineup here for Savage. P.J. Raines, Julian Gutierrez, and Tommy Coates. So after that hectic first, it has really slowed down offensively. Both teams playing good defense. And Anthony Lopez taking liberties with that drag step.
7th warning.
P.J. Raines, long run for Quinn, but it'll fade foul. Fan over there misjudged it. Never met a pitcher that Thought he actually threw a ball.
Y'all the same thing, right? So 300 for 20?
So 2 strikes on Reigns. He'll have to keep this between the white lines. And PJ beats it into the ground, and Cody will make that play. And that's going to bring up Julian with 1 out now. Getting a little glare off the dirt, so change the contrast a little bit. And Julian goes hard the other way, bangs it off Nano. So 1 out base runner brings up Tommy Coates.
Oh, Tommy, let's go. Hey, nothing else matters. Come on, man. Nobody else matters. Let's go. He's got off. I got you.
Coates, a 3-run homer in the ball game.
1 out, 1 out, 1 out, 1 out, 1 out. Hey, you got the picture. I got him. He's been off. I got him.
Stretch panic on deck. And he falls behind 3-1. Coates swings, gives it a ride. Day going back, going back, going back. It got over the top. And Coates actually, and this could be like the White Sox and the Yankees. And double play at the plate, I believe. That might be a double tag, double play. I don't know if Coates got to the plate. The first runner didn't slide. Gutierrez banged in. Gutierrez got hurt. He was in the middle of both Travis and Coates, who was right on his tail. Well, you guys can replay that at home.
Listen to me. Hey, hold on,
So I don't know what's going on. He's gonna ask for help. Coates was only about 2-3 feet behind. Both out. 4th double play of the game. And we're going to head to the top of the 6th. The initial base runner had to wait to see if that ball was going to get caught. And I got to tell you something. Savage caught a break because as Coates was running, he touched Gutierrez and pushed him around first to get Gutierrez going. So that was a violation. You cannot touch the runner in front of you. Both runners out, and that ends the inning. Holy cow. So, and that was a tough call because they made the call. They made the call, man. So that was a crazy play. Coates was flying. He was right on top of the base runner. The base runner banged into Travis. Travis tagged him and then reached down and tagged Coates. The question was, did Coates get to the plate or not? And we go to the 6, still tied at 6. 6-6 in the 6, a little symmetry. Wow is right, Greg. So a lot of contact, a lot of bodies. That was reminiscent of Carlton Fisk tagging out 2 Yankees at the plate years ago. Some of you older baseball fans might remember that. And I initially thought that Travis tagged them both. And there were just 3 guys all in a short window there. So yet another double play by the Barachos. 4 in the first 5 innings of the game. Great throwing, great relay by Barachos, getting lost in the mix. I tell you, Barachos they've been tight on defense in this ball game. 6-6 in the 6th. And if Savage wasn't hitting into all these double plays, no telling how many runs they might have scored. Well, I'm old enough to know, Amalia, that you never say never. And as a matter of fact, I think in the early days, here's Nano, little ground ball, pitch and catch. In the early days of the stream, I did a league game out in Forest Park, and there was a double tag at home plate. And there's a ground ball by Rocco, little bobble by Bart, but they recover and get to play at first. Yeah, I don't know if the umpire even saw that, to be honest with you. I happened to turn the camera and was looking right at it. And Coach reached up and kind of shoved Julian Gutierrez to get him to start running. And from that point, he was right on his tail. So Barachos don't really get a lift out of it. They go 1, 2, 3. As Cody lines out. We'll head bottom of the 6. 6-6.
Let's go, tight defense.
This has turned out to be quite the championship game. Yeah, Tom, you're right about that. But you got to tip your hat to the Barachos. And they're defensively, their awareness of what's going on has been terrific. And, you know, you got to just say, you know, they've turned 2 around the horn. They had their third baseman step and throw for a double play, and now they get a double tag at the plate. And Julian Gutierrez was shook up on the play. Took him a while to get up. So here's Stretch Panic leading off. Crazy stuff going on in Kohler Park here. And he walks Panic. They've been very, very careful. I should go stand next to him so you can see just how tall he is. Maybe after the game. So they'll courtesy run with Tommy Cates brings up Brett. Pickoff play, but the throw was nowhere near first. And again, the fact that you can go, I don't know if I'd be trying to pick anybody off. And Brett, high fly ball. Coates is going to try to. And Coates easily in. So the lead run here in the bottom of the sixth at second base. Well, and Savage might have rolled up a number, but the 4 double plays have stunted their offense. Here's Patrick Coates.
He was the last batted out.
And that's actually correct. Even though he got the triple, he was out. He was out. He got tagged out at the plate. So that would be the last batted out. Because technically, by going home and getting tagged out, it's not a triple. Well, we'll have an interview after this championship game with Manny Sanchez, and we'll let Manny. Now they're arguing because, of course, Tommy Coates can run. So now they're going to put P.J. Raines over there. Either way, it's a fast guy. Again, whether it's Tommy Coates or P.J. Raines, they're going to score on a base hit probably. So now Patrick Coates in the box. So just arguing about nonsense now. Both teams wound up. Now we're just arguing about silly stuff. And it wasn't as if Savage was trying to pull a fast one. They just looked at it like he got thrown out at the plate and he was the last hitter. And this is really a nothing argument. Savage had no problem throwing Pete Raines out there. And Petey would have tagged anyway. That fly ball was deep enough. So this is like manufactured outrage. And if you're the umpires now, you just got to say, okay, they switched the guy. Let's go. Let's play ball. And we had a fan that was drinking a little bit.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
So again, this was not the teams going at it. This was not the team going at it. We had a fan that may have said something to one of the Baracho players.
Hey, walk away, boy. Stop the shit out your bitch ass. Come back. Stop the shit out your
Hey, if I were you, I would leave the park, man. Hey, that's enough. If I were you, I would leave the park.
So our goal is to get out of here before midnight. I don't know if that's going to happen the way this is going, but again, it's not the teams. The players are interacting, and you know, we had a fan that was partook a little bit too much, and we'll get back to softball again. And this all started because of a courtesy runner. Get him on the field. So the umpires are going to get everybody back onto the field. The fan has been removed. Again, it's not the teams. The players are not yelling at each other here. This is just a fan. So Mike Lewis trying to get everybody back, and here we go. We're going to be playing ball. So
Gio kept rolling, which is crazy.
So we're gonna start this up. Let's recap it and get you a reset. We got a runner on second, one out, and we got Patrick Coates in the box. And they're gonna walk Patrick to set up what they hope would be the fifth double play of the ball game for him. And Tom O'Malley is a double play candidate if he puts it on the carpet.
How many we got? Hey, how many outs we got?
One out.
So they walk Patrick Coates,
Make it hurt. Let's go, Tio.
and it brings up Tom O'Malley with Jake on deck. No, this is the if game.
Hey, reset.
And he hits a fly ball, so you can tell he wanted to make sure. And Ant runs into his outfielder, and now he throws the ball crazy. And you can see Coates trying to suck him in. No, he called time. Coates was jockeying, but then he came to a complete standstill. And once he did that, the umpire called timeout.
Hit a line. Come on. Hey, get on top here, kid. Let's go. Make it hurt, Jake. Make it hurt.
So now, 2 outs, lead run, potential championship winner at third base, puts a little pressure on the Baracho infield. My hopes of being warm and in my bed by 10 o'clock have disappeared.
All day, my guy. Take care of it.
So Anthony slips in a heavy strike there. And there's a high fly ball going back. His Ant going back. He makes the catch. Over the shoulder catch by Ant in center. They work out of a mini jam, and we'll head to the 7th all tied up. And that catch a little tougher than it looked. It was hit right over the top. And it looked like the ball was coming back to him, because as he caught it, he almost seemed like he had to lean back on it. So we're going to head to the 7th, championship on the line.
He instructed the back catcher for making another one.
Oh, bullshit. Bullshit. You know what? Go. You got it. I'm not talking to you now.
Hey, let's go, man. Hey, don't worry about them. Let's play ball, man.
So Anthony Lopez going to lead off here. Top of the 7th. Let me change that inning for you. So here's Lopez. So we got an explanation from Pops. Joe Lopez is a legend. From Little League baseball to 16 in softball, one of the best umpires in a long, it's a long story, bro. Short story, good man, husband, family man, and everybody's friends. So that's Joe Lopez. So Anthony Lopez flies out to start the inning. And it looks like Jamie is going to be a pinch hitter here for J-Rod. And that ball's going to... I tell you, it's a good thing they got a tent over the food, because that's about the 10th ball that landed on the tent.
Okay, well, we cool then.
So, and Day on deck. So, Baracho's here in the 7th at the bottom part of the lineup. And Jamie's going to pop it up, and Julian is there. So 2 outs, nobody on, top of the 7th for Day. Cotto on deck. And I want to say it's going to be Tommy Gutierrez, Bartez, and then the top for Savage in the bottom half. Now Day can run. Cotto's been just kind of hitting singles, but we've seen him go big on occasion. And generally the Savage outfielders have been playing a lot more Savage, and that just catches like Day was trying to grab a walk. Man, I'm shaking like a leaf here. And Day, that's going to carry out to the left fielder. So we're going to head to the bottom of the 7th. Any kind of run wins the championship for the Savage Ball Club. These Barachos have pushed them to the limit here.
Just base runners, guys. Clear them up.
4 double plays have kept them in the ball game.
Time out first. Watch yourself.
It might be 5 double plays. So Savage had 6 runs.
Mike, Lois.
And it looks like Bobby Ronald
Scored 11 in the first.
He's going to pinch hit.
Got it right there. Tie game, bottom 7.
I don't know if I thought I'd ever say those words. Just kidding, Bobby, when you watch the tape later. I think that's Bobby.
No. That's notes right there.
So Lopez trying to get to the 8th.
Yeah.
Bobby hurt a leg. He hasn't taken a swing in a while, but he bangs it. Trey comes in, bare hand, in one motion. Hang a star on it. It's Trey Johnson off the deflection, barehanded, and threw it off the carpet in one motion.
Let's go. Right now. One time.
And here comes Bardas.
Good backup, guys. Good backup. What else can happen?
PJ Raines on deck. And that's a little pop-up. Cody got turned around initially, but recovered. Made the catch. 2 out, nobody on for PJ.
I can't keep talking about range. And we need a second baseman.
He's got 9 fingers.
So PJ Raines now. We'll see if this one goes to extras, of course, because you got Gutierrez next. If Raines keeps the inning alive, he runs real well.
That means you gotta hit your way out. That's the head of the game.
And Raines delivers. He keeps the inning alive. And that's going to bring up Julian Gutierrez.
Let's go, Ju.
Got 2. Note, they're making you move off the line.
So here's Julian Gutierrez. Any kind of a stretch single. And Savage will have the championship. Tommy Coates on deck. And Julian slashes it down the line. Raines is running. They throw it in. He's going to keep running. Throw to the plate. He's out. Another great play by Barachos. And we're going to extras. What a relay. Both to the cutoff man and the throw to the plate. Raines never hesitated, and he is out. Second time that Travis Smith, well, actually, that's the third guy Travis has tagged out. And we're going to go to the 8th. Be right back, folks. I got to talk to the man himself here for a second. Test.
Just real quick, at the end of the game, no matter who wins, my Colorado
So we're back, folks. Somebody give me a sound check. I want to make sure this mic is on. Hello? Here's Kodo, little chopper. Testing. Is this mic working? It is good? Okay, thanks. So Cotto grounds out to start the top of the 8th, and it brings up Trey Johnson. It's just turning into a war of attrition.
They say you done had nothing to do Saturday night.
And Trey tries to turn and burn over the top of Gutierrez, and it bounces over the fence. It bounced over the fence. And now they're going to have to check the ground rule on a ball that bounced.
What's your tournament rule?
Right.
Ground rule double. Tournament rule. Ground rule double.
So it's a ground rule double. Trey Johnson hit that ball. It bounced over the fence, or it would have been an in-the-park homer. Instead, it's the longest double you're ever going to see. I was waiting for Trey to turn and burn. Now, that fence is over 300 feet away. Normally in a park like this, at an SSA event, when we go to places like Carroll Stream, Westchester, Joliet, we call them ground rule triples, but the home rule in this park is a ground rule double. And that would have been an easy home run. And Baracho's bad break, had it stayed in the park, Trey would have easily scored. So 1 out for Ant. Travis on deck. Again, one of the longest ground rule doubles you're ever going to see. And Ant swings, short hops to Tommy Gutierrez. Trey takes the turn but stays. And Travis Smith. Now I'd like to see Trav maybe shorten up a little bit in the box. He's been reaching very badly his previous at-bats. And this is a time where Trav's got to be thinking, hit the ball. And they're going to walk Travis to get to Sean Quinn. I would expect a courtesy runner, and Ant is coming out. They didn't want nothing to do with the big fella. And Baracho's trying to get a lead run. Trey Johnson did move to third.
How is that not a triple at least? I thought you were taking my hand.
And here's Sean Quinn. Now, Sean has a tendency to reach. And he did try to flip the ball into left, and the left fielder, PJ Raines, is squeezing him. For Sean here, you want to try to... So the coach on Baracho is telling Ant he's got to get down to second. And that's a ball. Nano on deck. And Quinn, a little short fly ball, and that's going to end the inning. So bad luck if you're Baracho's. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. Bad luck if you're a Baracho fan, as that ball bounced over the screen. If it stays in the park, Trey would have had an inside the park homer. If their ground rules were a triple, they could have scored them, but instead we're still tied and we go to the 8th. Bottom half.
Come on, man. Help me out.
So
That's ball.
and Trey really leaned on that. And that's a tall fence, so if we had more rain in Chicago this summer and the outfields were a little softer, maybe it doesn't bounce over. So Tommy Coates going to lead off. Stretch Panic and Brett Kapchak. So these first two guys very capable of ending the game with one swing. So this has been a crazy one. We're in the 8th. And there's a hard ground ball to Cotto, and he throws it wild. Good speed aboard. So Coates who can run. It looked like Cotto looked up a little bit and realized he was cooking down the line. And now they've been kind of pitching around stretch most of the game. But they're in a position now you can't put the winning run at second. And there's a hard chopper. Long throw by Cotto out at first. But the winning run is now at second base. So you got Brett in the box. I would think they would walk him, set up a potential double play, and they're going to talk about it. But now Patrick Coates can move a little bit as well, but you're in a position here where with one out, you want to give yourself the opportunity to turn the double play and get out of the inning. And this, you know, you're picking your poison between Brett and Patrick. KJ, I'm going to tell you a little story. Me and Tony Perchinsky were sitting in lawn chairs at the No Glove on the main diamond down the left field line where the fence ends. And Mark Holstein and the 45s were playing on the far diamond. And Mark Holstein hit a ball, and me and Tony got up and moved out of our lawn chairs that hit our lawn chair. And they called it a ground rule double. So, winning run at second base now, Patrick Coates. Chance to be a hero and to give Savage a title. And again, you don't want to walk him because there's only one out. And Coates a little roller. Cotto to Johnson. Double play again. Carachos. I've lost track. That's 5 or 6 in the ball game.
I already know what's going on.
It was close.
They want to keep me playing.
And we're going to head to the 9th.
Top 9 here.
I got to say that this is, well, it is bang, was bang bang, but another double play.
All right, what I said, 11 runs in the first, one more run, all the way to the 9th.
So they walked Brett.
Well, see, I can go straight home.
This is crazy. Just absolutely nuts. So Nano, Rocco, and Cody coming up. And I said it jokingly, but midnight might be about right. Might have to call Uber Eats and get some Dunkin' Donut coffee. And that's what Manny Sanchez wanted, a good extra inning championship game.
It's Father's Day tomorrow. Why not?
He says it's Father's Day tomorrow, and for all you fathers out there, enjoy the day. More importantly, for all the significant others that allow their guys to play 16-inch softball, we thank you as well.
I gotta go take a break.
So it's kind of weird too, because Savage is hitting into so many double plays that it's a pitch to Nano and gets past the shortstop into no man's land. He thought about it, but he'll come back, leadoff man on. Well, the only problem with the replay, if you were to look at it on my screen, when you show the replay, it opens up a window on the bottom. And the window tends to obscure first base. It says camera 1, camera 2 being the replay. So you at home don't see that. So here's Rocco, leadoff man on. And Rocco really trying to launch. O'Malley got a late jump. And they can't get the fielder's choice. I'll tell you, once that ball hit the carpet, Tom's got to let it go and hope it spins foul. Instead, he went to try to make a play on it. There was nobody at. So now you got a little trouble. A couple of ground balls here, and you can push one across. If you're Cody, the one thing you don't want is a line drive at an infielder or an infield pop-up. But Cody must advance these two runners. And I used to tell guys in this spot, what do you want to do? If you want to hit a ground ball, we'll get them in motion. If you want to hit a fly ball and you're more comfortable, we'll do that. And Cody pounds it into the ground. Bardas over to Gutierrez. He looks at third. But he does move the one runner over. Now if you're Lopez, last time he came up in the spot, he popped up. So right now, if you're Anthony, you got to be patient. And again, you don't have to kill the ball here. Everybody thinks that you got to hit it 300 feet. 200-foot fly ball is probably going to score Sean Quinn. So Baracho's trying to break this tie. And he hits it hard through the hole. One run is in. Cody racing to third. The throw safe. And Lopez sneaks into second. Barachos take a 7-6 lead. And that is only the second run in the ball game. After the first inning. So it brings up J-Rod. And they're going to walk J-Rod. They're going to try to set up a double play with Day-Day. Now Day-Day can run. He's going to have to hit something awful hard. They do got Mike Cruz over there. And KC Chavez, but they're going to let the young outfielder swing here. And he goes right up the elevator shaft. Bardas makes the catch, and he's going to try to score, and he's out at the plate. Double play to end the inning. And with Cotto on deck, I don't know the logic there. I got to let Cotto get a swing. And again, I'm not sure why they didn't hit Cruz or KC Chavez. Great throw by Bardas. And that's I believe that might be the second or third double play that Savage has turned. Again, unconventional. That would be a 4-3 double play. Yeah, Day-Day is, he's not the biggest, strongest, most physical guy. You'd almost rather have him just beat it into the ground towards second. So, bottom of the eighth here. do or die for Savage. They need 1 to continue, 2 wins in the title. Anything less, and Barachos will be the winner of the 4th annual Joe Lopez Phil Coronado Memorial Softball Tournament. And we are bringing it to you live here on the SSA Facebook page and YouTube and Twitter and Twitch. So here's O'Malley, and he pounds it foul down the line. After O'Malley, it'll be Jake and then Tommy Gutierrez.
Let's go, T.O.
Now, Bobby Ronald took a swing for Tommy, so he's going to have to take a swing here. And that ball is fouled, so O'Malley fouls out. And it brings up Jake down to their last 2 outs now. And Baracho, the story of the game, of course, is going to be I want to say it's 5 double plays. That's the story of the ball game right here, is Savage. And those double plays came in all forms and shapes and sizes. And there's a little roller, Trey, and that's out. Oh, J-Rod can't handle the throw.
Tommy, make this hurt. Let's go.
So that oozes a little bit, bottom of the 8th, or 9th, excuse me. Did I not change it? Bottom of the 9th. It's the bottom of the 9th. I misspoke there. So here's Tommy Gutierrez tying run on. 1 out here, bottom of the 9th. Barthez on deck, and you know you don't want to get to P.J. Raines, who's been swinging it. And there's a ball punched through. Jake's going to stop. Now the ball bounces away from Ant, and they both advance.
There you go, Tommy.
Tying run at 3rd, winning run at 2nd with 1 out here. And the young first baseman, frustrated, dropped an easy throw by Trey Johnson. That's how these games change, as good as they've been defensively. Question is, I would think you'd walk this guy. Well, you got P.J. Raines, but if you walk him, you might turn your 6th double play. And there's a little grounder to Cotto. We're all tied, so we're going to go minimum.
Fucking A, dude. Rolling them out.
It brings up P.J. Raines with Julian Gutierrez on deck. So if they can, no, they're going to walk Raines to get to Julian Gutierrez.
Hey, Tommy. I got him.
And I would venture a guess on a base hit that they may take the chance and send Tommy Gutierrez. Again, there are 2 outs, so you can't cheat too much because you've got to be able to catch the fly ball, obviously. High drama in Cicero. Again, that's an unearned run that tied the ball game at 7.
Give me some here. Give me some here, Tommy. You're good.
Yeah, that's awful tough. You got Tommy Coates, and there's a base hit, and Savage. Oh, foul ball. It looked like it was, I can't see the line there, but umpire called it foul. Tommy Gutierrez, who had a good look at it running at 2nd, he's got no beef. He was saying it was foul. Now there's 2 strikes.
Hey, Tommy.
So there's a mini break for Barachos. 2 outs. So Gutierrez thought there was 1 out, and that potentially, well, he's going to be, that's potentially could have been a problem if he waited to say, see a line drive, drop. So Gutierrez now with 2 strikes, and he hits a high fly ball. Day is there, and we're going to head to the 10th. Free softball in Cicero, Illinois. So Julian Gutierrez missed by about a half a foot of ending this thing. All of you people nice and warm wherever you're at are enjoying the game. Top of the lineup, Cotto, Trey, and Ant.
TC, come get it.
Come on, Pit, anywhere you want.
So the top of that Baracho lineup, looking ahead to the bottom of the 10th, Savage will have 3, 4, 5. Cotto grounds that ball foul. Got a blanket?
I got another hoodie.
You got a 3X that I could put on over? Yeah. Usually I bring my wool vest out, anticipating it might get colder, but I left it in the car like a dummy. So here's Cotto. And he beats it into the ground, shortstop on the move, pitch and catch, out number 1. So Cotto trying to slap and get on. I tell you, he's got a little pop. They're not looking at him as a power guy. And here's Trey Johnson. Last time up, he hit the longest double you ever saw in your life. And Julian really hasn't moved back over there. See if Trey tries to airmail another one over there. If he hit it about 3 foot shorter, it might have stayed in the park. Ant on deck.
Watch up.
And Trey draws a 1-out walk. Lead run on base for Ant. Travis on deck.
Trey. Yeah, I know.
Okay, right here, anywhere you want. Full swing here.
It's going to be very ugly when I try to bend myself into my SUV later. And Ant swings, handcuffs Gutierrez. Johnson is going to try it. Stumbled around and scores. Now the ball's bouncing around and Ant all the way to third. Handcuffed Gutierrez, went into the outfield. Trey Johnson didn't hesitate. He did stumble around third. Then as the ball came in, it got away and Ant all the way to third. 1 out now for Travis Smith. And Barachos have taken an 8-7 lead here, top of the 10th.
Come on, Joe!
All those cats out there for you. Let's go.
And Savage has had just a couple of little minor bobbles here or there, and they have cost them. Now let's see if Trav gets a good pitch and what he tries to do. And he rifles a hit. Carazzo's 2-run lead.
Go ahead, I got you. Shit, Trav.
9-7.
I got you.
Cotto, the last batted out, comes out. It's a run. It brings up Sean Quinn.
Come on, Sean, baby. Anywhere you want, kid. Anywhere you want.
Hey, right guy, right spot. Let's fucking go.
PJ Raines really squeezing him. And Sean, little fly ball, Gutierrez, no tag. I tell you, with the way where PJ Raines is playing, Sean's got a real good swing to left center field. I would like to see him try to hit a line drive in that direction. And it brings up Nano. You know Cotto's going to be running.
You made power 1 and 2 at one time.
Again, the bottom of the 7th. It's going to be 3, 4, 5 coming up. And there's a little soft fly ball that should do it. And we had to a do or die bottom of the 10th. So Savage, second inning in a row, finds themselves fighting for their life here. It's going to be Tommy Coates, Stretch Panic, and Brett Kapchak. Sorry, folks, I'm starting to shake a little bit.
I feel you. I feel you. I feel you.
You been that funny enough.
Man, my hands are shaking. Of course, I just might need to eat something, but... Huh? Well, I got water. I don't want to eat on the thing here. I got to watch my blood sugar sometimes, and that might be what's going on right now. Last time I ate was after the Winter Bracket Championship game around 4 o'clock. So there's a high fly ball by Coates, and jogging over his aunt makes the catch. Brings up Stretch Panic, and this is where you like to see him. 2-run lead, nobody on base, with Brett on deck. So these two teams have been battling hard. Yeah, I'll grab something right after the game. And we'll get the pictures from Manny. We'll have all of that stuff up probably early tomorrow.
Lopez.
So here's Stretch Panic now. And Stretch delivers. Now you know why they kept walking him. So that'll put the tie in the box with Brett. Patrick Coates on deck. So 1 out, nothing easy in this ball game for either team. And you will see instant classic on the edited caption, because this has been one heck of a ball game. So they're going to run for a stretch. Can only get one courtesy an inning. 1 out, 1 on.
They got their garage over watching the whole game. Look, sitting right there.
Late night game going on.
Good thing.
Hey, lock in here, Brett.
Lopez jumps ahead.
Like you got to count you somewhere else.
Here we go. Everywhere. Here we go.
Just sit on the couch or something.
And that's illegal.
Good idea.
And there's a little roller. Trey tags him and then throws the ball away.
You okay?
That would have been like the 6th double play. You know, that was kind of a weird play. I thought he could have just stepped on the bag, but he elected to tag the guy. He's telling Travis the ball got caught up in my hand. Doesn't really matter. There's 2 outs. And even if the runner at second ends up scoring here, that's not the end of the world. The guy you want to stop from coming all the way around would be Patrick Cates. Coach. I'm a little confused here. I don't think they made the play at first, but Brett is out and the runner at second. Apparently Trey didn't tag him, so I'm not sure what happened there. So Patrick Coates, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 10th. That did not miss by much. And the Barachos, they wanted that.
You don't mean anything. Okay.
And there's a little roller. Here comes Cotto. And he had trouble and the ball gets away.
The run scored. Go to second base, sir.
Cotto came in and bobbled it. It looked like that was going to be the ball game, and now all of a sudden it's 9-8 with the tying run at second and 2 outs. So Barachos have been so good defensively, turning double plays, but they've had a couple opportunities to get big outs here in both the 9th and 10th innings, and they haven't been able to make the plays. Sorry, I think I had the microphone tilted here, but so that's the 2nd inning in a row now where so it's 9-8 and Tom O'Malley now. And again, it's a tying run at second. I don't think you'd put the winner on. A little roller. It looked like it might have been the end of the ball game, but not to be. Barachos trying to figure out how to seal the deal here. So a fan says, don't pitch to Tom. You got Jake on deck. And there's a little brawler over to Cody. And he's going to walk it over. And Barachos in 10 innings win the game. Savage not happy. Too many double plays. Cost them the title. O'Malley hit a little roller. Cody picked it up. O'Malley wasn't really running that hard down the line. And he walked it over to first. Barachos win the Joe Lopez Phil Coronado Memorial Softball Tournament in an unbelievable ball game. 10 innings, double plays, hits, errors, you name it. This game had everything. So and Manny's going to try to get them together for pictures. Just a spectacular performance. Steve, before you do all of that, there's Travis's young son. So you got off the snide, bud. No double dips tonight.
It feels great to finally get to a ship game, Gio, and take the win. Congratulations to Savage. They're an awesome team, and to everyone who played. Well, we did it. We're the champs. I love it.
Well, I love the fact that you turned up a gazillion double plays, and they were all shapes and sizes.
We heard we had to park till 11 o'clock, so we wanted to get our money's worth. So thank you.
Okay. That's Steve Rodriguez. Savage taking their second place picture. And it was a contentious game at times. Both teams played hard. And
No double dip today, baby.
Trey Johnson back in the winner's circle. I was kidding him on Friday a couple of years ago. He won like 12 championships. Co-ed, major, you name it. And then all of a sudden, he's been dry. So now we're going to see.
I'm going to tell you the picture first and then
Yeah. So we're going to take this picture, and then we'll have the MVP of the tournament. And Baracho's had a lot of guys. And, they dumped him with the Gatorade. They dumped him with the Gatorade. Steve Rodriguez got the Gatorade treatment. Thank God we're not playing anymore, because that's a mess.
Let's
go! So now they're going to take the picture, and we'll have the announcement of the MVP, Manny Sanchez. We'll get all of these pictures for you guys. 9, 8, and 10. So, heck of a ball game. Good job by Manny Sanchez and his crew with the food, putting the tournament. Manny's going to jump in a picture. Did a great job organizing things.
Output about to be crazy,
So,
MVP award.
My mother.
Hey, Manny.
My mother-in-law is going to present
What's the name of this? The
the
Colorado?
MVP award from my father-in-law. Of course. I'm going to present it. Who are you presenting it to? So we're presenting the MVP award to
Alex Cotto.
Alex Cotto, the Joe Lopez Memorial MVP Award. Alex Cotto.
yeah, Cotto! There you go. Alex Cotto. So, Alex, how does it feel, man? You guys got off the snide, no double dip tonight.
Man, it feels great. First one in the books, and we're going to keep going from here.
All right.
Keep going in the A's here from here. Let's go.
There you go. So,
BSCL3 though.
Alex Cotto. Oh, and there's my buddy. He was checking out. I think he's going into media.
He's going, man.
There you go. He's much better looking to you. He could be on TV.
Definitely.
There you go. So there's Travis Smith with his young son. So we hope you enjoyed the coverage in the championship game. It was a crazy one, but probably one of the most interesting games we've done in a long time. So on behalf of SSA Broadcast, Manny Sanchez, and the crew, we want to thank everybody for tuning in, checking it out, everybody who came out to the park. And these MVPs always get crazy happy. We'll have all these pictures for you guys, and we'll get them from Manny, and we'll put them up on the Facebook page. So want to see if I can find Anthony Lopez. He did a great job with the double plays. I don't know where Anthony went, but it was a good job on the mound. He kept Savage off balance, and of course his defense, spectacular. So on behalf of SSA Broadcast, this is Gio saying we're glad you tuned in. We'll talk to you soon. We love you. And SSA is the best coverage.